I drink.
Yes.
And I'm friends with a band, all right, named Queens of the Stone Age.
Yes,
a great band.
Yeah.
And they come to see me do a show, and we're drinking afterwards, and we're talking about touring. We're both almost done. And they say, we're going to finish up, and then we're doing one show at San Quentin State Penitentiary.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, we're going to do a live album, be like Johnny Cash. It's all exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm just drunk enough to say, do you need an opener? A couple of weeks later, the prison sends me the rules of what I'm not allowed to say.
What are the rules?
No swearing.
Really?
No religion, no sex, no drugs, no violence, nothing that will rile up the prisoners. Basically, it's my set list with the word no in front of everything. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So I call the band and I'm like, guys, I might have to bail. And they're like, no, you're cool. If they cut your mic off, whatever, it's still punk rock. Like, it'll be fun. We'll do a show. So I say, okay, let's go. And then all of a sudden, I'm surrounded by 4 guys with shotguns who work there, not prisoners, but they work there. And the warden is in my face, like in my face. Not like, thank you for being here, like, what are you doing here? Kind of
Really?
thing. And I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
And he says, Anthony, you're my favorite comedian. You're my wife's favorite comedian.
Oh.
And that's a lie. People say to me before they give me bad news.
Uh-huh.
And he says, you know, but I've watched some of your stuff on YouTube, and it's offensive, but that's what makes it funny. We love it. But I don't know about here. I don't know if it's gonna work. And I realize he's trying to get me to step down.
Oh.
But I'm not going to do that. Then the warden's like, I just don't know. You know, things could go sideways with these prisoners. And I'm like, I've had things go sideways all the time. Not a big deal for me. And he's like, I just don't know. And I go, well, warden, what we've got here is a failure to communicate. And I think this is gonna get them to crack.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No!
Nothing, not even a smile.
Really?
He's like, I just don't know. I just don't know. And I said, well, warden, what do you want me to do now that I'm here? You could have made this phone call yesterday, and I wouldn't have gotten on a plane. I'd be happily sitting at home. I look at the band. I'm like, I'm going to kill all of you for making me do this. So I'm like, I've got to get on stage somehow. You know, they're not going to let me perform, but I'm going to do something. So I go up to the warden. He's showing us around. He's got his daughter with him, his 23-year-old daughter. He's like, this place is so safe because of me, I can bring my daughter. And I'm like, but I can't perform.
Right, you think a couple of jokes would be all right.
So I pull the warden aside. I go, warden, you got a lovely daughter. This is a great prison. I go, please, just let me be a part of this.
Great prison.
Let me... It's one of the best. If you ever kill somebody and you get your say of where to go to San Quentin. And I say, warden, just let me go introduce the band, and then I'll leave. And he says, thank you, and shakes my hand. I'm in the wings of the side of the stage with the band, and they're like, good luck, man. Whatever you do, don't worry about us. Don't worry about what you say. We're gonna be fine. And this woman gets up, this old lady who's kind of like put it all together. She stands up and says, I want to thank the crew. And then she says, now I'd like to introduce, and then looks over at me, looks me right in the eyes, and says, I'd like to introduce a very nice young man, Anthony. And that is the worst way you can introduce someone at a prison, is a very nice young man. So I'm just like, all right, I walk up. The crowd is screaming. They're just like, woo, catcalling. I grab the mic, and I say, listen, guys, I've been doing this for 17 years. I'm a famous comedian. So if you haven't heard of me, you must have done something pretty up. The crowd goes crazy. This is exactly what they wanted.
Right.
The band's laughing, everyone's laughing. My microphone has been cut off.
Oh.
I have broken a rule.
Oh.
So I drop the mic, and I go to introduce the band. And as I'm about to introduce the band, I see the warden and his daughter. And I think, oh, this is too good an opportunity to pass up. So I yell, and I'd like to thank the warden for bringing us his daughter.
Hello, everyone. We're here to do this quick little update on the little contest that I snuck into a couple of videos ago. Had an okay response to it. I thought maybe if it was just comments that more people might respond. Some of the people that supposedly watch the videos but don't comment, I just don't think those people exist. Most of the people that responded are other VCers, and hey, that's cool. So basically the contest was, I had a list of 10 bands / artists that were in the description. I said that I'd seen all of them live, but 3 of them were live. So 3 out of the 10 I'd never seen, and you were supposed to guess those, and whoever wins, we get $50. You didn't have to like or subscribe or anything like that. Here's the thing though, I didn't count on nobody getting it right. We'll address that at the end. Let's go through the list really quick of who I've seen and not seen. And basically, I'm just going to go down the list as it was in the description. Nico Case, yes, I've seen her a few times as a headliner, as an opener with her band, with the New Pornographers. You know, I've seen her. Metallica, yes, I've seen Metallica. 2017 Hardwired tour. Just always kind of wanted to see them, you know. I like Metallica. I have some of their albums. I love Ride the Lightning. That's a all-time classic for me. So yeah, saw Metallica with my buddy Fletch. Checked them off the list. Whiskey Town. Never seen Whiskey Town. Didn't have the opportunity to see them in the 90s when they were playing kind of like club level shows. Maybe they came through Charlotte when I was like in college or something, maybe. And I just missed it. De La Soul, I saw them. 2009, on my birthday, fantastic hip hop show. This was not with a full band, but it was still incredible. Their energy was so hyped. It was a great, great, great show. Snoop Dogg, I have seen Snoop Dogg. He was at the 1997 Lollapalooza, and it wasn't very good. I don't know what was going on with him at the time. I like Snoop, but I don't know what was going on with him at the time. It was just kind of a lazy show. He just told everybody to wave their hands in the air like he just don't care, and he called all the men pimps and all the women hoes, and that was it. We just, you know, whatever. Iron Maiden, I've seen Iron Maiden. I saw them in 2015 on the Book of Souls tour. Fantastic show. I went with my best friend Marion and his brother Robert. Rush, I have seen Rush. I think that's where I knew I was going to be tricky with some people there. I didn't think as many of you would take the bait as you did, but you did. So yes, I've seen Rush, believe it or not. 2002 on the, what was it? The Vapor Trails tour. Does that make sense? 2 of my friends went, they had an extra ticket because somebody bailed on them. And I said I would go, and they let me go for free. And I got to see Neil Peart, however you say it. So that was cool. Pretty much transfixed on him the whole time. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I never got to see Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. But yeah, unfortunately, I had the opportunity to see Petty. I had friends invite me, and I just never went. I just didn't go to a lot of stadium, big amphitheater shows. At a certain time in my life, I was kind of anti those shows. And so those were probably my best opportunities to see him and them, and didn't get to see him. So no Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. No Queens of the Stone Age. That was, I think, the one that got everybody. I don't think anybody guessed that. Maybe one person. And then Fiona Apple was the last one, and I've seen her. I saw her open for Counting Crows in 1997 at UNC Charlotte. I was a fan of her. I knew her already, and so I was super stoked to see her. And she was incredible. She cussed some dude out in the front row for catcalling and not shutting up and listening to the music, and I loved that. I was smitten. It was fantastic. But anyway, so yep, that's it. The 3 I haven't seen: Whiskey Town, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and Queens of the Stone Age. And nobody got it. Now, 7 or 8 people or so, I don't know, got 1 right. A lot of people got none right. And 3 people got 2 right. And the 3 people that got 2 right were Steve Carlson, Brian at Shamrock and Records, and my buddy Dean in Australia. Instead of throwing 3 names in a hat and doing or whatever, you know, I'm just gonna, how about this? I'm just gonna send each of you a record. a new record, maybe something that I pick, that where I'll reach out to you guys and we'll figure it out. It is what it is. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.
Digital gramophone makes no sense.